Hey YouTube, it's me again. Um, say, first of all, another comment to all the bug out baggers and everything else of the sort. Sometimes, like I say, less is more. Here's an idea. How about we store more on our heads and less on our backs? That'll free up some pain from your feet, your knees, and your back, and as well as a bunch of bitching and griping to everybody else you're with. So, educate yourself, grab some books and do some reading. I got some military stuff here, kind of memorabilia from whenever I was in, different medical stuff that I was rereading the other day. Now I know this video is posted in the same day as my last, but I was reading it the other day thinking about posting videos, so they got different stuffs in here, you know, how to take care of broken legs and arms and different things of the sort, and how to repair a sucking chest wound and just stuff of that nature. I'm not sure if you can pick these up at surplus or not. If not, if you know any buddies that are in the military, maybe just, you know, have them send you one of these home or something of that. It's subcourse IS-0871 edition B. AIPD. Can't really remember what that stands for, but anyways, that's a good one to have. Basically, it's first aid with an advancement on it. More stuff than you'd learn in being a lifeguard or in the Boy Scouts. So that's that. Yeah, I tossed it. Okay. Here's another good one. Teach you some, oops, let me get you in frame here. Get you an idea on different strategies and cover and camouflage and stuff like that. And I have done a lot of the stuff that's in here, even just by myself and learning different things on my own. That's a good one. That's a good thumb through. And basically, if you get some bowel problems or whatever, bring this bad boy with you and you'll be, well, let's just put it this way, you won't be short of reading material when you're sitting on the crapper. Alright, it's pretty decent, and of course you can see there's plenty of illustrations, but the print's kinda fine there, so there's plenty of info there. Warrior skill level 1, that's just one, and I forget how many different ones there are, but I guess this goes all the way up to E4 or Spec 4 specialist. So yeah, this would be something maybe to look at getting. This probably help you out a lot with info in the future, depending on what you're using it for. I don't care if you're state militia, if you're Boy Scout, if you're doomsday prepper, if you're wanting to use some of the skills that the military uses for hunting, or just some Joe Blow who likes to know every damn thing known to man. This might be something you might want to look at, seeing if either you can get your hands a hold of and do a little bit of light reading or what have you. Good thing to have. Another good one to have. This one's kind of old, but if you know people that are going through basic or whatever, this one's kind of cool. Tells you the cleaning instructions for the M16A2 and the M4 and the M240 and how you're supposed to wear the uniforms and whatnot. Warrior's Creed, different things of that nature. You know, just stuff that you might like to know. They got some quotes in here. I don't remember what page the quotes are on, but they got different ones from Eleanor Roosevelt and whatnot, and there's some kind of profound stuff as well as some knowledgeable stuff in here. And well, here's a useless one for you: bayonet fighting. Who the hell uses a bayonet anymore? I'm gonna laugh because you guys are gonna laugh at me later. So ha. Anyways, that's one thing I think they should have never gotten rid of. It should still be standard equipment and mandatory to have on your body. Oh yeah, basic UFC crap. I don't agree with the UFC that's being used in the military. Might be good for one enemy, but as for multiples, yeah, you take care of one guy, his buddy comes up behind you with a 2x4 and takes your head off. Speaking of head, and no, don't get funny on me, wasn't meant to come out that way. I have a few things here. These will most likely be kept on my belt. Under Armour sock cap, fits on your head really tight, stays really warm, good to have. And this here's a gator neck or neck gaiter. Basically it's just elastic material. Like I said before, I'm not a big fan of elastic, but in this case I think it works. Even if the elastic breaks down, it's still fabric you wear around your neck and over your face if necessary. Depending on how cold your environment is, that's a must-have. I live further north, but not in Canada. Live in the USA, so USA approved A1. 100% made here. Sock cap. This one's actually a fleece cap. It don't have to look like this, and you can go all gung-ho and get like the ACU or BDU or different pattern designs or whatever if you're into camo, or hell, just go down to your standard hunting area where you buy all your supplies and get, you know, your hunter's safety orange, you know, just unless of course you want to be more tactical about it and less visual. If you're one of those people that actually thinks deer can see color, have fun with that. Yes, I have a face mask too. No, not to look like an idiot, but if it's cold as balls outside and I put this on and then I have my gator neck on over it, it might make it hard for me to breathe, but two things here. One, it's not going to leave any, you know, forget what the word is for it here, basically when you can see somebody breathing in the cold. And two, this is going to save my face and my ears, and I'll still be able to hear, but it'll still keep me warm. It's Velcro. Not a huge fan of Velcro either. If anybody has cargo pants out there with the big pockets on the legs, tell me how long that Velcro lasted, and then rather than throwing away those pants, tell me how quickly you most likely ended up sewing a button on and putting a damn eyelet hole on. If you can't sew, it's not a girly thing to know how to do, especially depending on what situations you're planning on being in for having any of this stuff. It is a very good skill to have. You don't want your clothes falling off your back. Let alone, think of it this way. Knowing how to sew means you have a good chance of knowing how to give yourself stitches, which I have had to do. Anyways, there's that stuff. And I need to find my winter gloves, even though it was still -7 the other day, but don't know what the hell I did with them. Standard fabric fingerless gloves you can buy probably at any damn skater shop or what have you. I'm going to get me some mechanics gloves in place of these. I do fingerless because if they're around the camp or whatever, I have problems with my fingers anyway. I got some nerve damage in my hands just from being exposed to hot and cold, and a lot of blood force trauma to my hands, if you catch my drift. Just fingerless. They breathe. They're going to keep you from either getting a rope burn or getting a splinter of some damn sort in your palm. Just, yeah, run-of-the-mill, you know, cheapos. Wear and tear them. Practice on sewing on these damn things. Whatever. I'd prefer some tight leather gloves that conform to my hand real good. Haven't been able to find any, so I'm just going to have to go with some mechanics gloves. A couple other quick things here real quick before I get to the main event. This stuff here is synthetic sinew. I got a nice needle on there. I'm thinking about putting this on my belt kit. What the hell you'd possibly need this for? Well, there's a couple of different things. One, it's pretty strong stuff. Two, you can actually rough it up, turn it into a bird's nest, and and be able to use it as a fuel source. It also burns like a damn candle because of the material that's on it. So if you had to make a makeshift candle, it wouldn't be hard. All you need is fat from any animal if you kill one, and then just you could take one of those tubes and pour it in one of those tubes, and then just have this as a wick, and then you get yourself a candle. Which my other EDC kit, or my other recreational kit, should I say, has a candle in it, but it's scented and I want to get rid of the damn thing. So there's that. Just possible upgrade. Empty Tic Tac container. What could we use this for? Container of multiple different types. Probably, maybe sewing kit or whatever. You will notice that I'll make references to a lot of things for repair and fixing, because half of what's going to kill you in any scenario, whether it be survival, militant, or anything of the sort, is going to be shit malfunctioning, you being uncomfortable, exposure, you name it. You probably won't even have to worry about another enemy bullet killing you, or, you know, being trapped out in the wilderness and not having the shit on you that you need in order to take care of yourself, because you can have everything in the world to take care of yourself. If you don't know how to utilize it, or shit goes wrong, or it breaks and you can't repair it, you're gonna die. So, make sure to check your shit. Make sure it works good. So yeah, a little container, maybe for something of that nature. Litmus paper. Okay, there are stronger water purification stuff if you're into all the stuff of that nature. Here's a catch for you though. Why would you want to waste something that's stronger and going to purify the water on water which might not need something so strong to purify it? Tell you the pH level in there. When you could use something simpler and more readily available and not as hard to come by. Right? Okay. Let's not be stupid about it. Let's use our resources wisely. Let's consolidate our stuff, carry less weight. I know I just told you to carry a couple extra items, but really everything you have to make your own and pick and choose what you want to carry on your own. So do yourself that favor. I had this in my last video. If you can't see what those are, you're either blind or you've never ever had to do manual labor in your life in a garage. They're a small pair of vice grips. Why do I have these? Quick reason why. If I'm going to secure something, I want it to stay secured. If I want to get a hold of something, I want to be able to get a hold of it. If I'm using my Leatherman, I don't want to dig it into my damn hands as I have to constantly keep pressure on it when I can put these on and they'll lock on and I can pull with them. It's going to save my hands. So, a small pair of vice grips, not bad. You can see how big these are. Just pick yourself some up. Okay. This chamber's clear. This is a mosin nagant 7.62. You've seen these all over the net. I know you have. If you have not, type it in, watch another video on it. And this is the rifle I'm sporting. Right now I have corrosive rounds, the shit that comes in the big green tin. You can use them. Everybody gives them a bad rap. Just after the end of every shooting, clean your damn rifle. I do have a cleaning kit that goes with this, but that goes in my backpack, which yes, I would be wearing a backpack, but it would have things which are expendable in it. However, my cleaning equipment wouldn't be expendable because I'd want to keep my equipment in working order. But yeah, this is the rifle I'd be using. I got a different stock for it. It's lighter. It'll have a little bit more of a kick now, but that's fine. I am in the process of seeing if I can maybe get a scope, bipod, and a new trigger, and maybe a new bolt assembly. Thinking about maybe a Tammy trigger. As for the bolt, I might have talked to machinist. That's going to run me a pretty penny. And the scope and the bipod are going to run me a pretty penny too, but it'll be worth it. At least, you know, I don't really care for the scope, but at least, if nothing else, maybe just the trigger setup. I like the trigger in here, I really do, but I'd rather have two triggers because they're the only other part that's going to fail other than the bolt. And if you have a different trigger system and your bolt breaks or your trigger breaks, at least you can replace your trigger. Okay, plenty of ammunition there just on the rifle alone. I carry 55 rounds with me at all times. for good reason. One, the ones that are on my rifle I'll be using, the other ones will be used to reload. Anyways, leave a post at the bottom, and I appreciate any of your replies, even if they're just constructive criticism. Thank you guys.